Hello everyone, my name is Kyle Price. I'm going to be demonstrating to you guys today how to successfully set up your fly rod. Um, there's many different steps you can take to applying your backing string, which is this nylon here, and then your fly line to your fly rod, and then applying your tippet to your fly line. Alright, but for time's sake, I'm going to keep my backing on here onto my fly reel, but I will show you the knot a little bit later on how to tie that tippet line or that backing line to your fly reel. First off, we're going to start off with tying your backing to your fly line. Now to do that, you're going to do a nailless nail knot. You can do a nail knot, but most people when they're out in the field, they don't have the nail to actually do this. So you're going to line up your backing string with your fly line. You're going to keep it like this. Then you're going to back up your line. You're going to double over. You're going to create a loop like so. Now with this loop, you're going to take it under, keep wrapping under your fly line. Oh, yeah, this cold weather, it's kind of hard on the fingers. But alright, so you're going to take this loop, back it up, keep doubling it over your fly line here. You want to make at least, I'd say, 5 loops. And 4. And that would be my 5th loop. And then with your backing, you're going to push your backing rope through that loop. At this time, you're going to pull, and you're going to want to scoot all these little strands here together. And there is your nailless nail knot. Alright, then at that time you're going to want to cut off each end. The reason you put a nail knot instead of a traditional knot is when your line goes through your eyelids, if you ever reach back to your backing, which is very possible, there will be no problems with your line going through your eyelids. You won't get stuck. That will start causing problems. But you want to snip each end here off, and you got that nice little clean knot. This time you want to reel up your fly line. As you're going along, move it side to side. Move it side to side here. You typically have about 50 to 100 yards of backing on your fly reel. And then you have about 20 to 30 yards of fly line. Fly line's pretty expensive, so you want to make sure you utilize it correctly. The reason you have backing in the first place is, depending on what type of fish you're fishing for, as you start getting into larger species like steelhead and salmon, you'll be in the rivers and you may be fishing a pocket, and that fish decides it wants to go downstream, and if you don't have enough line onto, or your fly line's only 20-30 yards. Now that's not extremely that long of space you have to work with. So you have that backing on there to give you that extra support for when those fish run down river and try to give you that problem there. Yeah, it's pretty cold out here. But so once you get all your fly line on, you're gonna bring your line through all your guides. Okay, and you want to make sure you have them in nice and properly here. Make sure there's no loops around your rod. Don't make it difficult for casting. So once you get through all your guides here, you're going to want to apply your tippet to your fly rod. Now, when applying your tippet, typically people like to do the nail knot onto your fly line. But for time's sake, I have this insert that can be melted onto your fly line to where you can just tie a fisherman's knot into this loop here. Now, your tippet string, you can go buy actual tippet string, but I'm just going to use some regular monofilament line. Alright, so with this loop here, it'd be just like the loop on your hook for your tying your bait onto. You want to put it through this loop, and you want to pinch these two together. So now you got a big loop there. With this line, you want to twist, 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 keep on twisting. I like to see my bottom loop here get nice and small. So then you push, with your back string here, your tail, you're going to put it through this bottom loop, like so. You're going to pull nice and tight, and you're going to have a nice fisherman's knot. Now you can check to make sure that this is nice and tight by just pulling on it. If you didn't put enough, if you didn't twist the line enough and pretty much put enough loops around the line, it'll pull free, and you'll know that you'll have to redo that. Now with your tippet string is actually the line that your bait is attached to. It's good to have at least 5 to 6 foot of tippet string. I know once you start getting more advanced into fly fishing, people use longer tippet strings. So what we got here, I'm going to pull out 4 to 5 feet of line. You know, I judge it myself. You can be precise when doing it with measure against your rod. I have a 9-foot rod. I'll make a 5-foot space for that. So now that I have my tippet line attached here, I'm going to attach it to my fly. A nice zonker here. Alright, so you see this eyelid, we're going to do the fisherman's knot once again. I'm going to pull through. Alright, we're going to close off this loop with the fly. We're going to twist, 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 and twist some more. I like at least, trying to get 6 to 7 loops of line twisted around there, and then I go through the hole once again, and bam, you have a knot that's not going anywhere, a knot that will not leave. You want to bite off typically you wouldn't bite it off, but if you use scissors, cut your tail. At that point, you should be set up. Ready to go. And you're ready to hit the water. I hope you guys learned something from this. That, like I was saying earlier, with the fisherman's knot, that's what you use to tie your backing onto your spool here. At least that's what I use. There's your own fishermen will use their own knots. So I hope you learned something today. Or at least I hope when I give the live speech, everyone has learned something today. Enjoy.